Hey guys, NoZoupForYou here, and we are going to talk about some more upcoming premium ships. Yes, I know, right? I told you, they just keep coming. There's a lot out there. They're stacking up in my queue. I got you the Enterprise, and of course this happens when I'm getting ready to move house. But you know what? We're going to power through this. We're going to get through it. I'm going to keep presenting you these previews and feed you the knowledge so that you can make some good decisions on whether or not you want to buy these premium ships. So, as I said, I gave you the Enterprise already, and I'm going to switch things up right now. I've got something I think you all might really be interested in. And this is the Royal Navy Tier 6 Premium Destroyer Gallant. Not a Mitsubishi Gallant, we're talking Royal Navy Destroyer here. Now, for those of you who are a little upset with the Campbelltown, this might actually please you. We're getting some serious Royal Navy love right now. We've got this destroyer. You all know that Royal Navy battleships are on their way, so there's just a lot of British love in the air, which is very nice because England's not really known for love. That's France, right? And France already had cruisers come out. So anyhow, I think you all are going to love this destroyer because I do. And don't get me wrong, this destroyer is really balanced in my opinion. It's not that it's overpowered, it's just that it's a lot of fun to play. So let's talk about some of the cons real quick. We're going to start off with the bad parts of the Gallant, just because I want to get those out of the way. First and foremost, this ship is not the most nimble in the world. It's somewhat slow turning, it's a little sluggish, it's, not the most maneuverable destroyer in the world. Also, along with that, it's not the fastest either, though it's not slow. It's 36 knots, that's pretty good actually. That's decent in my opinion, so I can't really hold that against the Gallant. She is a little fat though. She looks a little pregnant for a destroyer, but that's cool. It's alright. It's the other thing about her. She does represent somewhat of a bigger target than some of the other more sleek and slender destroyers out there, but you know what? That's really all I can fault her on right now, other than her smoke, which could last a little longer, but again, there's that balance thing. So why do I like the Gallant so much? What makes the Gallant a fun ship to me? It all centers around her torpedoes. Now first, the Gallant has 6-kilometer concealment when you put the right captain skills on there. That, in my opinion, is really good. No, it's not 5.8. I know there's some ships out there that have slightly better concealment, but we're really picking at nits when you get below 6 kilometers. So 6-kilometer concealment, very good. Now the thing that I really love about the Gallant are the Gallant's torpedoes. 8 of them actually, and they are single fire. Yes, that's right, you can single fire all 8 of your torpedoes. They are stacked in 2 quadruple tube launchers. Now another con about the Gallant, which I'm going to throw out there since we're talking about torpedoes, her torpedo angles aren't that great. Actually, in my opinion, they suck. But that's alright, because of that single fire ability. What does single firing do for you though? Well, I'm sure you've all been in an instance where you've had stacked torpedoes coming your way from a Minotaur or something else, another British cruiser. 8 torpedoes all in a line, slam into you, you're done, devastating strike, whatever. Well, this ship has that ability. It has that ability, but I don't like using them that way. In my opinion, the torpedoes on the Gallant really keep the enemy honest. And what do I mean by that when I say they keep the enemy honest? Well, let's take this for an example. You're in a cap, there's an enemy destroyer in a cap. Any other destroyer, if you fire at that destroyer, they know those torps are coming, and they know they're coming in a pattern. They know that if they get out of the way of one spread, they might be safe, there might be another spread coming, and they know that it's dodgeable, it's predictable. Not so with the Gallant. I mean, really, you are introducing absolute chaos into the mix. You can fire your torps into smoke any way you want. You can fire 2, hold for 20 seconds, fire the rest of them. You can fire 1 for, you can fire 1 after the enemy ship. No rhyme or reason, no telling, and they're not going to know what to do. They're not going to know which way they need to go, because if they go back, they're just as likely to hit in reverse as they are if they're going forward. So that's what I mean by keeping the enemy honest. And for that reason, I love the Gallant. The torps have a pretty good reload speed also. With that 6-kilometer concealment, you can really get out there, get close to the enemy, and just really pounce on them with these torps. Guns are pretty good too. You'll survive in a knife fight against another destroyer at tier 6. You might have a little more issues when you get up tiered, but again, I think this ship is going to find its way into the hands of many destroyer players that just love this type of ship, love torpedo boats. Now, another thing that I can see happening with the Gallant, I can really see her being used in ranked gameplay if ranked gameplay goes down to tier 6. I really see her being a good ship for ranked gameplay because of those torpedoes, because of the unpredictability, because she's so well-rounded, because she's got that decent smoke, decent guns. I think that she's going to be a go-to in ranked gameplay. She's just a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I've had the ability to give you a preview of this ship, especially after the Enterprise, which I know a lot of people had high hopes for the Enterprise, and from my opinion, she's just not where she needs to be for the average player. For a good CV player, she's going to do good. This destroyer, though, the Gallant, again, not to be confused with the Mitsubishi Gallant. I don't know why I keep thinking about that car, that old car. I don't even think they make those anymore, but I digress. I think a lot of people are going to love this ship, and you don't have to be a great player to enjoy this ship. I think this ship can be played well by players across the entire spectrum, from beginning players to average players to your veterans out there who consider themselves Unicum or Super Unicum. The whole spectrum is going to love this ship. You're going to enjoy this ship. So, anyhow, that's my look at the Gallant Tier 6 Royal Navy Premium Destroyer coming your way at some point in the future. Stay tuned, we've got more ships on the way. They just keep coming, and we've got Royal Navy battleships on the way too. So much British love right now. It's so awesome. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. I am out.